Ephesians 6:9. And masters, treat your slaves the same way, without threatening them, because you know that both their master and yours is in heaven, and there is no favoritism with him. The first word we're going to look at is this, and masters. This is a two-way street. The previous couple verses, God speaks specifically to slaves and lays down how their work ethic is supposed to be, how they're supposed to treat their masters. And then it's all about their accountability to God. And that's referenced 3 times. The accountability is to God, and that their suffering, their mistreatment, which God acknowledged, would be rewarded in heaven. And here, it says, okay, and masters, treat your slaves the same way. Treat them with honor, treat them well, realizing that their relationship with God is just as important as your relationship with God. And that, again, this is to destroy slavery and the whole system because of the recognition of God's original design, and that is everybody is created in God's image, and there's no justification in God's eyes or the Bible to mistreat anyone or to treat anyone of lower value. Everybody is a special creation. Everybody is created in God's image and has high value. Treat your slaves the same way. This is interesting here. The phrase, without threatening them. Think of all the different ways we try to get people to do what we want. Usually, the default, if we're not a good communicator or if we're impatient, is threatening. And it's interesting that God brings this out of saying, hey, don't threaten them. There's no room for threatening. Imitate your Father in heaven by not threatening. God clearly describes heaven. God clearly describes hell, but he does not threaten anyone except Jesus or no. If you don't want him here on this earth, I won't make you spend eternity with him. It is your choice. Sometimes people try to make it out that it is a threat. No. God will reluctantly, but willingly allow someone to spend eternity in hell if that's what they choose. There's no threat. There's no force. There's no fear coercion, because you know that their master and yours, theirs and yours, there's no hierarchy or favoritism, as it's going to say, in God's eyes. It says, I'm their master and I'm your master. Both of you are accountable to me. That's the way we should treat our children, our spouses, our coworkers, our parents, everybody. I say, hey, there's a hierarchy. I may be above you in this way, but there's someone who's way above both of us. And that one who's way above both of us loves you and loves me and expects me to treat you well. And this will radically change the way we interact with everyone. The person we pass on the road that's driving too slow or too fast, to anybody we come in contact with, realizing that God loves them and God loves us, and he holds us to a very high standard of equal treatment, valuing every single person, and recognizing that God loves them and did die for them so that they could have the opportunity to go to heaven.